Yo, collect and connect.
Blake and Chad.
Chad and Blake.
Collect
and connect.
Blake and Chad's Collect and Connect.
It's raw English. This is Scat One.
Blake and Chad's.
This is
Blake and Chad's.
This is
Collect and Connect.
Chad the Collector here. I'm from Blake and Chad's Collect and Connect, and we're here with myself and Blake the Connector. So it's good to have you on the show and chat about your art vinyl toys.
Sweet. Well, thanks for having me.
all right. So you have plasticexplosivestoys.com, right? And that's where you represent your pieces through, right?
That's where I'm currently at with my personal projects. Yeah.
All right. And how many current pieces do you have out there? So people can go check out.
The current piece is just the one figure, but there's 3 different drops in that same figure. So there's the OG, then the Sicario, which is the gold, and then the Vodka, which is the clear resin. These are all resin figures, by the way.
Oh,
okay.
gotcha. Yes. Cool.
So you see, you came on with the mask today.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's so dope. We love that. And we, is this part of the MO of your art and what you influence into your pieces as well?
Well, yeah, the whole idea of plastic explosives was to sort of subvert these beloved characters that, we hold in pop culture, and it sort of comes from a long line of American history, American culture, probably just human culture and human history of sort of rooting for the underdog and taking on, this idea of like seeing a bit of ourselves in the bad guy or the villain, the Darth Vaders of the world, the guys who don't play by the rules, right? So that's where that sort of came from. And I just wanted to take some of these sanitized characters and sort of run them through the mud a bit.
Gotcha. And is that where your manifesto comes into play, where you're talking about pretty much on your website?
Yeah,
here?
That's exactly it. When I was making that, I was just like, okay, well, it's pretty straightforward. That's really what I was trying to do.
Awesome. Yeah, I was reading your manifesto. I like it. It's pretty much what me and Chad are, man. I guess we're the hooligans and the nerds, and we're just trying to get out there as well and trying to express ourselves and trying to meet and connect with some artists out there and get your pieces out there, hopefully, and maybe get some people to go click on your website and check this out. We think your pieces are dope. I like the vinyl. So
they're very cool. How long does it take you to make those resin sculptures?
So the first figure, has been in the works for, I'd say, about a year. This whole project idea was spawned out of the pandemic, and I have I do this for a living on another scale with a more not a mainstream toy company, but a bigger collectible toy company, and these are things that that company would never dream about putting out for many reasons. Whether that be number one is the gun issue. A lot of people just don't want to play around with guns, and I certainly do. I like guns, and I like guns in real life, and I like guns in my toys. I grew up playing with G.I. Joe, Transformers, and all that stuff, and they all had guns, and I just wanted to bring that element back into it. There's a lot of the other stuff when I was doing with my main job during the pandemic, it started slowing down, right? Because everything sort of froze, and I had to figure out a way to, okay, let's keep busy, let's keep more money rolling in. So, my creative brain just sort of sparked this idea. And at first I was not even going to make it a brand. I was just going to make a toy and just sell it, like on my Instagram, because I just sold my, my artist samples anyways. So I just thought it would just be an extension of that. And a friend of mine just said, no, just go all the way and make a brand out of it. And I said, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it.
Awesome job, man.
Yeah,
that's
really
awesome.
Good.
Yeah, one of our friends actually is in the same process. We're like, yo, just go for it, man. And if that's a message you can give him, I'm sure he's our editor actually. So he's definitely going to be listening to this, and I'm sure he'll be hearing that as well. So
Yeah,
it'll
man.
get
I
him
mean, I
pumped.
say go for it. I mean, like honestly, like my boy Sket is the one that he helped me out a lot. He introduced me to a factory because as designers, we're kind of we're shut out of the production process of it a lot, and I think sometimes that's on purpose, right? Like, the company you're working for, or you do a freelance job for
yeah, man.
somebody, and they don't want you getting too close to the factory because they're like, wait a minute, this dude might go and make it himself, and then
For
they're
sure.
gonna have to either pay the artist more or find a new guy, and I think it's just easier to keep the artist away from that stuff.
Well, that's pretty cool. So the pandemic drove you to pretty much inspire your work to start doing what you're doing right now in your career.
That definitely pushed it out harder. I mean, I was always pushing, my ideas with, for years with my work, but this definitely like was the catalyst let's just start making stuff on your own. Let's shell out the money, and just if it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, I got some cool
It's worth a
figures.
shot, right? Yeah, definitely worth
Yeah,
trying. If you get a million no's and you get that one yes, that's all it takes, right? You get that yes and you're in the
Yeah.
game. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely drive and go for it. That's cool as heck. Are you planning to maybe dabble into any NFTs or any? Do you dabble into NFTs or anything like that?
I mean, I've made the art for the NFTs, and I've had many meetings for NFTs, and I've gotten so far to the point, and then it just, for whatever reason, it's just stalled. And then, it was all the timing. Sometimes, and when I first started it, I was doing the stuff that I like, some of the animations. I think I showed you some of the animations, and I was told at the time, like, oh, only 3D only. And I was like, oh, I don't know, and then obviously, that's not really the case anymore. And it doesn't even have to be animated anymore. But then it turned into like, okay, things need to have utility. And I was like, okay, well,
Yeah.
first of all, what the hell is utility? I didn't even know those things, and like, and when I honestly had a customer that was always telling me, he was like, I didn't even know what an NFT was. He kept writing NFTs. And I kept, in my mind, it was like, not safe for work, right? I just kept reading it really fast. And then he kept saying, like, sell your JPEGs. And I was like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, all right, I got 1 million JPEGs. Like, I'll sell them all to you right now. Like, what do you want, And then I finally had to get a little savvy to what he meant by it. And then a friend of mine, Casey, Eclipse from the Seventh Letter, brought me to Clubhouse, where I just listened to, a lot of the dialogue going on in there for, just I think for a few weeks, where I just listened like intently for hours just to hear what these guys, because these guys are already doing it. And I learned a lot from that. It was just kind of weird because I was just, I forgot the DJ's name, but I was in a chat room where this DJ sold his mixtape for $16 million. And I was like, what? Like,
yeah, mind blowing stuff.
yeah, I still feel it's a lot of money laundering going on in there, but like, I'm totally fine with that too. If they're doing that, that's cool,
Yeah, to get that percentage, you're good right now. I'm messing with you.
I mean, hey, anything, if you're gonna why pay taxes on it as well? Like, fine with me, do it.
It's in the blockchain now. It's in the blockchain now. But I see you got one of your physicals in the back corner over there. That's the clear one over there, right?
That's that. So that's the Vodka piece. That's actually one of my early samples, and I got this dude here. So there's the Vodka physical, and I got here's the OG. If you can see that guy.
Awesome.
So yeah, I actually sold all my pieces, and I even just recently sold all my samples. So I had a few different samples, and like some like red electroplate, black electroplate. But upon seeing them, I just sort of decided, I wasn't going to go that direction. The only one I did do an electroplate was the Sicario, the Mexican cartel hitman stuff. So I just did the all gold, since they have an affinity for gold. And again, it's just all fun play on like pop culture and villains, right?
Yeah. So those took you a year to make, you said? About a year?
Year in development, and that was just kind of getting like the learning curve of production and just dealing with when you're dealing with a factory in China, and also, they were dealing with
Shipping and all
production
that stuff.
issues. They're being shut down from the
yeah.
pandemic, and they're being shut down because of, I think they were having some sort of like trade war with Australia, where their factories were only allowed to open 2 to 3 days a week. So we have to just play along with it.
Limited work. Yeah.
And finally got them out. But I already I have the second one a little more in advanced. So that will, that's not going to take as long. That one's actually almost done. But from what I hear, Dongguan, Shenzhen, and Shanghai are under severe lockdown again. So, I don't know how the
Crazy
factory.
times. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah,
times to try to
they
do
don't
stuff.
play. It's not like America lockdown. It's like lockdown.